we're not incredibly wealthy off this podcast yet. Once we get
not yet
the OnlyFans going. Oh wait, we can't do that anymore. But once we get the OnlyFans going with non-adult content, then we're gonna really take off. We're gonna get millions.
You feel good about that one?
I feel really good about that transition. That was a great transition.
I know, I'm not gonna lie, it was 10 out of 10.
Well,
but yeah, I saw the whole thing with OnlyFans. They're like, so it was weird though. They said they're not allowing sexual content anymore, but they're allowing nudes and other like video like and stuff like that. It was weird. I guess if it's artistic, if it's
yeah.
Artistic
I mean, no one's
nude.
like jacking off in the art museum, like, and there's nude bodies in there.
You don't know that.
Well, I mean, it is frowned upon. It is not a pornography theater.
That just seems like
a
weird way to like. I guess it's getting rid of like all like the fetish shit that people do on there. It's probably just like just naked, like tasteful naked pictures of people. I don't know.
Well, okay. So the thing is, like, if I was the person who, so like, I'm just gonna say this is an idiotic business decision. The entire internet's ripped it apart. But if I was OnlyFans, which started as basically a Patreon competitor, and then my platform turned into a pornography platform, I would be horrified as like an employee. Like, hypothetically, I'm the CEO. That's one thing. I feel like a CEO could own it if they have one of the most popular platforms on the internet for anything at this point.
Yeah.
They could, even if they worked in pornography, they could probably get a job. Like, hypothetically, the CEO of Pornhub could probably get a job at a C-level company that's not related to pornography.
He could probably get a job like literally at like anywhere. Like to be like the CEO of Pornhub is like unbelievably prestigious. I think you're drastically underestimating like.
No,
I
literally just said he could get a job anywhere. Maybe you misinterpreted me there. But
you said C-level.
C-level CEO, like CFO.
Oh, I thought so when you say C-level, I thought
not C-tier.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ,
no,
like
industry terms here. But
okay, sorry.
Obviously, you're not the C-level shit. I'm CEO of Picante Enterprises. That's how you know I'm really good at business when I can't spell enterprises.
CEO of this dick.
I guess that's hopefully true. Hopefully no one else is managing that ship.
But this is a terrible business decision. I
gotta finish my thought, and I'm sorry for interrupting you. But like, I could see at a C-level, like, running a successful online business is great. But like, hypothetically, if you were like a founding software engineer for like OnlyFans, when you're like, hey guys, we're gonna make a Patreon competitor, and then it's like, oh, I guess I work for a porn company right now, because that was like a weird trend. I don't know how old OnlyFans is, but I'm just
I could see like at a company level why that hurts them, but it's like it very much so parallels what happened to Tumblr. Like, you remember when Tumblr was like one of the biggest websites on the internet, and then they got rid of all the porn and no one uses Tumblr anymore?
I think that Tumblr, it's overblown how much impact. Like, there's still a sizable Tumblr community now, but yes, it did have a massive impact to their website. But the thing is, like, we could talk about like the business implications and say the exact same things as everyone else, but like I feel like it's worth noting that they say it's not necessarily due to the fact that like, oh, they just don't want to be that type of website. They're just saying that they're having issues with like banking transactions because they have a adult content website. And
which makes sense.
Yeah, which I don't know, it makes a little sense, but when you like think about it, it's like, no, it's kind of a lame excuse. There's definitely a lot of websites that are willing to, or a lot of services that are willing to work with that.
Correct, but then it's like they have to move their whole operation to like maybe a different country and stuff like that, and then it's like,
and then B, like they also like have made some clarifications that like people aren't really looking at, that I think that like it's gonna be like allowed but like quarantined in a way. Like right now it's kind of like blended with the other content. Like, think about like hypothetically if they had an age gated category on Twitch or something like that. I don't really know. I didn't look too much into it. I'm not.
Cause that sounds about right. Because I imagine if you go to OnlyFans, it's like, you know, like the Minecraft YouTuber is right next to like, you know, Busty Twat 420. Like,
we know who Dana's subbed to on OnlyFans. I've never been on OnlyFans. I'm serious about that. I've never been to the website.
I actually have a funny aside for that. So someone gave us a 1-star review on Google saying that I went into the store, it was filthy, and the employee was watching OnlyFans.
Is that you?
No one at my store was watching OnlyFans, because one, everyone is like too old to know what that is, or too young to like ever pay for that. Like, what we would never pay for that. So,
well, I mean, if you already got the review and the review's not going away, you might as well start.
It's like at work, like it's another thing. Like they would have to be at like a certain angle to like at a glance realize we're watching OnlyFans. So they must be like the ultimate connoisseur of OnlyFans.
That's like yeah. Well, not I guess they're close to ultimate. They're definitely a connoisseur. But if they were the ultimate connoisseur, they'd be able to tell the slight differences from the OnlyFans web layout than whatever. You're probably on like Twitter or something.
Probably, I don't know.